Hello everyone and welcome to AT-8 Gaming Channel. I'm WizardKen and today we will be playing some more World of Tanks Xbox 360. Now I asked you guys to vote on what you guys wanted me to do next, and I had one person do it, so, but oh well, who cares. Thank you for the person that did vote, appreciate it. They told me I should do either the medium or the tank destroyer lines of the British line. Now, I've never really messed with these tanks that much, even on the PC version. I mean, I did do the British heavy tanks on the PC version, but I never messed with the mediums or the tank destroyers. And to be honest with you, I never really messed with tank destroyers at all. They're a whole nother ball game, and it's taken me a little bit to get used to them, especially these AT-2s. But this video will show a little bit of gameplay, hopefully, if we're not running too long. But mostly, we're going to be talking about what you guys need to know once you get to the AT-2s and the AT-8s. I do have both, so that's awesome. Now, you're probably wondering, well, why don't you play all the way through the tanks, you know, from Tier 1 to all the way up to Tier 5 and stuff? Well, reason why is from Tier 1 to Tier 4, the tank destroyers are crap. To be honest with you, it took me, to be honest with you, I nerd pulled it up, if you guys want to call it that. I basically just used free XP to get all the way up to the Electo, and then once I had enough from the Electo, I used a little bit more free XP to get to the AT-2 and the AT-8. Reason why is, like I said, they have terrible armor. You can get killed usually in one hit, and usually in the Tier 4 you can get see all the way up to a Tier 6 battle. And a lot of the weapons in Tier 6 are just OP. Anyways, let's talk about this. AT-2. Let's go ahead and look at some of the things in it. That is not the button I wanted to hit. Sorry, guys. It's little I've had a little bit of a long day. So, right now I'm using the MK3. Okay, which is a 6-pounder. Very nice gun. It does 26 shots a minute, 110 pen, and 75 in the front. Now, some of you guys are like, well, that's a smaller gun compared to, like, the, oh god, now the howitzer. And yeah, it is. It doesn't do as much damage, but you're allowed to get a lot more downrange than you can with the howitzer. Howitzer is, like, I think, every 5 shots a minute or something like that. I'm not specific. Now, I'm no expert, like I said, I'm no expert on these tanks in the sense of tank destroyers and stuff like that. I'm still getting used to them. But I have to say, the AT-2s, if they're going to be any tank destroyers I'm going to go down, it's going to be the British line. And I'm really starting to like them. I'm starting to get used to them and stuff. There's some great things about them, and there are definitely some bad things about them. But I feel that there's a lot more that are great about them than are bad. Anyways, let's see. Traveling speed, one of the bad things. You only go about 20 kilometers. So, I mean, it's... I guess it's kilometers, whatever. Anyways, 20 is the fastest you can go. It's very slow. It's a very heavy tank. And also you have a set turret, which you cannot, you know, you only have a certain amount of degrees you can actually turn it and stuff like that. Aiming speed is pretty quick. That's a very nice thing about it. Let's see. Is it gonna tell me? I can't tell you exactly how much armor is on it, but you can tell in the right corner that it has a decent amount of armor. This thing, even for a Tier 5, this thing can take a beating. It's well armored all the way around, except for a few spots, and we're going to talk about them real quick. In the front, the most you could do to anybody in the front with the AT-2, if they're going against you or you're going against them, is you can see that little door in the front and the gun. They can disable your gun or even hurt, I can't remember whose spot is in the front right there, but I believe it's the driver, and they can hurt them there. But your main spots that you can hurt someone in the AT-2, and I always go for, is this top hatch. It looks like something from Mario Brothers that you would jump into to warp into another place. It's big. It's a huge hatch. It's one of the biggest ones here in World of Tanks on the 360 right now. It's an eyesore, and it is terrible to conceal. There's no way of really concealing it at all. But the thing that's going for you is that it is, you know, one of the only things they could shoot you in the front, and it is a very hard spot to hit, especially if you're moving. Now, you don't move very fast, but after you shoot, you can move. And that's what usually I try to do. Then sometimes I actually sit there too. If they're not hitting that spot very often, I'll sit there and take the hits. Also, on the sides, right here, this other hatch, this is a very exposed spot at the top. You know, if you're giving someone your sides, of course, it's just like any other tank. If you give them your sides, you're going to get hurt from the sides. Now, the tracks on the side, though, is very hard to track. You're going to have to hit either the very first track or the very last track in the back to be able to track this thing and to stop it. And that is pretty much the only way to really stop this thing, unless you've got the range on this guy. You're able to spot him further out. And then, of course, the very, very back is a weak spot. Now, the top part of the back isn't as weak as the bottom. The bottom is very weak. It's one of the deadliest spots to hit this tank. But all in all, this is a very impenetrable tank, except for, like I said, the sides and the very top and the very back. But realistically, I mean, unless you're putting yourself out there with this tank, you should be fine. This is one of those tanks that, and I've learned this the hard way, that yes, you could push this thing out in the field, but a lot of times this is a very good defensive tank, especially on assault or even regular, just a regular battle. You could sit here and just defend like crazy with this thing. For a tier 5, I would say it is a pretty nice and mean tank. Now let's talk about the AT-8, and then we'll be jumping into a battle, showing you both of them. We'll try a couple different things. We'll leave the base, and we'll also try to protect the base. It all depends on the situation too. Anyways, now you can see a huge difference from the tier 5 to the tier 6 and how much this thing is allowed to take in the sense of armor and damage. Now, the nice thing about this tank, it does have only 800 hit points, but to be able to hit that thing that many times in a weak spot is pretty hard. Now, this one does have a little bit more weak spots, but they're harder to hit. That little gun on the left side is a weak spot that you can actually hit and hurt them with. Majority of the time, it'll probably just kill somebody, like one of the crewmen, but you can damage that spot and actually hurt the tank. Also, once again, we have that huge Mario Brothers top on there that is a very weak spot, but you do have some gun emplacements in front of it that help try to block it. Now, this thing does have a mean little gun on it. Let's get inside and look at that. Right now, I am running the 17 pounder. It does 171 pen and 150 damage. It can do at least 13, almost 14 shots a minute. That is impressive for the amount of damage it does. It's kind of like a medium tank damage, but the penetration, you can't beat that. It is very, very nice. Also, we're still stuck with that 20 speed. It is not very good with moving and stuff, but yeah, it is very, very nasty tank to have. On the sides, let's talk about that. Now, on this side, unless you have a really good penning tank, you usually still can't pen them on the sides very well. That little toolbox thing behind the main part of the tank, you can hit that and hurt them. Also, the tracks are very exposed, and you can track these tanks very easy compared to the AT-2. Now, also, you can see on this side, there's like a bigger, this long diagonal kind of thing on the side. And if I remember right, there's all the gas tanks and stuff like that are pretty much stored there. Hitting that will definitely slow this tank down, possibly hurt it pretty badly. But like I said, you want to aim mostly on this one, on that main top turret, if you're attacking one. But as always, guys, never give anybody your sides. Always use your front, especially with these tanks. It is a very beastly tank. Anyways, also your backside, of course, your bottom is definitely very weak, and your top is pretty decent. Now, Artie can do some okay damage with this. Even Artie will have a hard time unless they hit that top part. I've been hit multiple times with Arties. I don't know where they've actually hit, but I've been hit in the back. I've been hit on the very top. The only time they've really hurt me the most is when they track me and somebody else could kill me, or the top hatch is hit. So anyways, I know that's like a quick description of the tanks and stuff like that, but a lot of this stuff you can actually go to World of Tanks and go to the Wikipedia, and you can look at all their different tanks and how to destroy them. There's also, I know on the iPhone, there's one called World of Tanks Guide. That's the one I use to study up on different tanks, and it's very informative. It actually is color coded. Every tank you click on is color coded and letting you know exactly what are weak spots, where the gas tanks are, where the ammo rack is, all that stuff. So this is a very nice tank all in all, but if you want to get more in depth on how to destroy it or how to run it and stuff like that, in that sense, look at the Wikipedia, and also go on the forums and talk to people who run these tanks and what their best strategy is. Like I said, I'm a noob on these, so but anyways, let's start with the AT-2 and take it out for a little spin, see what happens. Alright, here we go. Unfortunately we are assaulting, but thank God we do have an assault match, and we have to attack. Now on this one, this map, you know, you guys have noticed, if you are new to the game, you won't notice anything, but you guys that are, you know, veterans of this, I really dislike the way they did this map, and changed the flag. The flag used to be up here, and it was kind of hard to capture the flag, but, you know, even the defenders still had a hard time defending this area. I wish they would have moved the flag here in the center. But anyways, they moved it down here. It's a lot easier for the assaulting team to take it over. It really, the main reason why they did this was to make the assaulting team, or the defending team, leave that top area. Now I know I'm just kind of just taking some shots off and not really hitting anyone, but that's okay. Tracked them. Alright, and as you can see, even though I have this gun, it's not the greatest in the sense of, that was a tier 1, so that doesn't really count as a kill. As you can see, I mean, it's not the most accurate thing in the world. It's still, within that circle, it's still spreading a lot. I still have a better accuracy with the American side. That's just been my whole thing. Now, I'm not trying to get too involved with this battle. I know we do have to attack, but since there's guys here, I'm going to let them do it. You know, these other guys should be the ones attacking. Now, if you can notice, these guys are coming down. They want to come over here and try to come around us, and I've noticed this a lot. These guys are coming around trying to sneak up behind and take people out. Remember, we're tank destroyers. You know, we do have some weaknesses, like I said, to get tracked and stuff like that. It is not our job to be the front assault, even though we do have an amazing armor. And sometimes I've even used myself as a barrier for people to push forward. And, I mean, me and Commander Shepard have done that a lot on this game, where we've pushed forwards with me, and then he helps, you know, go around the guy. There we go. Now, as you can see, I don't have the most amazing pen. Ah, darn it. We could add another one. with this vehicle, but we do have a good ability of God, I just lost my train of thought. Gotta love it. I gotta love it when I'm doing this late at night. We don't have the most amazing pen. I mean, it's decent for the tier 5, and you gotta be glad that you could shoot a lot of rounds down at the enemy. But as you can see, even with the Wolverine, I'm still having some problems getting him. I'm still having to actually aim for a really weak spot. But his armor is pretty decent too. I hope I hit him. Nope, apparently not. I was hoping to get him before he disappeared. We will start heading for the flag if it starts getting to about the 5-minute marker. And then we'll start really attacking the flag. Seriously? I didn't hit that guy then? Huh. Really surprised on that. Now, I'm afraid to really push forwards because I don't want to have anybody snipe me from the side. Like I said, our sides are the most vulnerable at the top. But I really need to get rid of these guys over here. Now, very important thing that you guys need to remember on this whole thing. Always have a repair kit with you. But not just that. Know when to use it. Most tanks, you know, I know I'm one of them. With the heavy tank, I'll sit there and I'll burn one real quick just to try to get out of a spot. These are very touchy. If you're getting shot, you know, close range, and you get, you know, and they're about to kill you or this and that, burn your repair kit to get your tracks going so you can try to outmaneuver this guy. But once you get shot in the track, especially when they're close or anything like that, you're done for. It's very hard to recover from that. Let's see. Alright, it looks like we're gonna have to start pushing through and getting to that flag. I really don't want to leave my butt open on this area because these guys are a lot quicker than me. Let's see, what do they have? T-14 Churchill. Alright, so basically all these things we could take care of, but I'm not going to go attacking all these things. We're going to use our front shield as much as possible. Our front armor. God, I am so tired right now. I'm saying weird things like shield. Oh, I just heard something whip by. Somebody have me spotted? I mean, I know it's not coming up. Also, I don't know if you guys have run into Hellcats. They're an easy tank to kill. But I tell you one thing, I am tired of their range that they're able to do. Yeah, I'm getting shot at now from behind. I just got hit in the back. Yeah. See, that's what I was talking about. This back end right here is not the greatest. Now, it's a lot better than my regular. This bottom part, I probably would have taken a lot more damage, but yeah. You stick out like a sore thumb sometimes with this stuff. But anyways, we're going to get up here. We're going to angle ourselves. And we're going to hold this space. Because it's a lot better for us to be able to hold it than others. Turn off my auto driving. Oh, they got him. Good job, guys. Good job. Now, we didn't do a lot of damage on this one. But remember, this AT-2 does not do a lot of damage. It's more of like quick shooting. Hopefully slow him down enough for your buddies to kill him. Okay, it's a defensive tank. It's not really an assaultive tank. It could take a lot of punishment. It's basically a barricade on wheels. Oh yeah, I'm sorry, buddy. But yeah, I didn't think you were gonna last long on that. Now remember that other T-14 is coming from over here, so we need to watch out for that. But he is a slower tank. We still have a Hetzer, which is still a slow tank. I have no idea. Oh, there he is. I was going to say, I don't know where the Hetzer is. Yeah. Sorry, buddy. Lower plate. Do not do like that guy did and show me your lower plates. Tank destroyers are terrible with, they're able to angle up and down. Without having a higher up turret, it's harder for you to not show your lower plate. Showing your lower plate is the worst thing you can do. The best thing in that scenario for him to do was to come over that ridge line and actually level out with the ridge line instead of staying on the little peak of it and trying to shoot down. I know he probably thought he was hiding his lower plate, but after that first initial hit, he should have backed off. Anyways, here we go. Like I said, didn't do a lot of damage, but we did okay in the scoring. But we did take out 3 tanks, even though one of them was a tier 1. Alright guys, I know you guys would care more about the AT-8. Alright, now this one, I am definitely going to be assaulting over here on the right. I don't like coming up this way. Reason why, there's so many spots that leave you open from side shots. This side does too, but you still have this little barrier that can help protect you on the sides. There's a little bit of open ground you have to pass to get to the safety zone here, but once you get past that, it's all clear sailing from here. I could keep my front at them the whole time from this direction and destroy anything on this back line. So, and then also, you know, they really can't come around me over here without me knowing about it. And plus, this is a nice little retreat area. If they are shooting from this area right here, I can back down the hill to here and have a nice safe spot. So, for all you guys that maybe might not be veterans or anything like that in here, just getting started in the game, these are tanks that you guys, I know you guys haven't gotten to them yet. Like I'm saying, these new guys, or maybe you're a veteran that's thinking about, you know, you're tired of the heavy tanks, you want to try something else, but you don't want to deal with, you know, the lighter tanks that can't take as much damage. Like I said, I could deal with the British tanks just because I enjoy the heavy hitters and also being able to take a lot of damage. But for you guys looking forward to a tank, especially a simple one that you can get used to, for you newbie guys, this is a very easy tank to get used to. Basically, just keep your front at the enemy. Pretty easy to do. But for you veteran guys, I mean, this can be a lot of fun, especially once you get up in the higher tiers. These are great tanks to be looking forward to. They can put a pounding. I know I used to be very worried about these tanks when I was going against them, especially because of how fastly they can reload and send shots down range at your enemy, or at, you know, at that time at me. I really hated that. Now, I am going to hate this map because there are 3 artillery units. Not very good. Why is that already over here? You arty guys, eventually I will do videos with arties once I'm done doing the tank destroyer lines, I guess. Haven't decided yet, but the other thing I was going to say is I'm going to try to do some, I don't know what you guys think, but I was thinking about doing some videos of purely just setting up the maps that you're going to be playing in the 360, showing a blown up version of them on the PC, and then taking them, wow, that was close, taking those blown up versions and just talking about different areas that are really great to be at. I took out his gun. That's a good spot to hit. Alright, that guy's gone. Now this tiger is thinking, hey, I'm going to take this guy out. No sirree, Bob. I am going to hit you hard. See, now I've been hit by Artie. I'm going to actually go ahead and burn my repair kit just because I know okay, they got him. Okay. Just because I know they have really locked onto me and I need to get out of here. Another hard hit. But as I was saying, you could take some beatings. I'm not even going to mess with that guy. One thing that's going to get me spotted, which right now I'm not spotted. And number 2, he could possibly get the upper hand on me. Ah, crap. Yeah, I can't see over this AT-8, and apparently this T-29 can't see over. Not a good position to be in. I would just go after him if I had a lot more life, but I don't. And this guy is going to be dumb and come after me. That's fine. See if he tries it. I know I can't make it up here, but... Oh yeah, he's coming. Oh yeah. Keep coming, buddy. Yeah. He's gonna aim right for my hatch. But I held him there long enough for my buddies to hurt him. I did not want him to come down on my side. That would have hurt. Alright. They got rid of the T-29. Now, I still have to worry about my hatch, man. One good hit, and they're gonna take me out. Ah, now I've been spotted. Now that Artie has been hitting over here hard, and I'm worried about getting hit by them. Even if we die, we've done a lot of damage. We've helped our team out a lot. Hopefully they can keep the battle going. Oh yeah, these guys are... I hope I can find Artie. I really do. Oh! Lucky bastard. That was... I wasn't paying attention to see if I was still spotted or not, but... For him to guess where I was going to be... I mean, really, I should have changed my direction. And that was my fault. I should have went up where, kind of where the VK is. That would have helped out a lot. But we should have won. We should win this game pretty well. But, anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this little segment. I know these things are long, but you know, I'm sorry about that. But you know, to be able to explain some of the stuff that's going on, explaining the tanks to help you guys out, sometimes it does take a little longer. I'll try to cut these down a little bit more with just explaining the tanks, and then later on doing videos of actually gameplay with them. And I might even just split these up. I don't know. Don't know. Probably not. And so after saying all that, you guys are gonna be like, well, you didn't split them up. I know. I lied. I'm a liar. Anyways, guys, I'm WizardKen. Until next time, see ya.